Hello. We're talking about titles of novels and how I chose my titles. So the book that I have just written is the fourth. That's Bye Bye Apartheid Road. Um, and of the three before, the first, Joining the Grown-Ups, yes, that title was given to me when I was about two-thirds of the way through the book, which always seems to me now the ideal. And it was just someone I knew talking about her therapy practice. And she said that she often got women in their 20s and even 30s very undeveloped. And it amused me that she said, and I want to say to them, don't you want to join the grown-ups? And it's time to join the grown-ups. And Joining the Grown-Ups became the title of that first book. And I felt absolutely right. Like at that moment, it's like you've got most of your book, and it's like, yes, you get the title. And that just helps you on the last part of the journey. With The House Husband, my second novel, it wasn't so easy. It's about two sort of dropouts, an older man who's a house husband in his 40s, and an older man to the other character, a girl disenchanted with school and meant to be doing her A-levels, but spending a lot of time not at school. And these two, the man with his children, young children in wheelchair, pushchairs, and the girl meet on the heath and have a friendship which is beneficial to both, but both sets of sort of family members, the man's wife who's busy at work earning a living to keep them all going, and the girl's family, mother and stepfather, are all very, very anxious about what's going on the heath. And the girl's parents live in Hampstead, I suppose, somewhere uh, near Hampstead anywhere, and more affluent part of that NW3. And the man lives in sort of off Parliament Hill Fields, uh, sort of between that and the Holloway Road, in a less affluent part. And I wanted to call it Meeting on the Heath, or something about uh, uh, this sort of meeting in the middle in some way. Journeys across the heath, something like that. But the publisher wasn't keen, and felt that, sorry, that we should go for something much more direct and grab your attention instead of something poetic, as I had. I can't remember exactly what, but I had wanted. And the house husband, which is what he is, even though it's not the whole story, was their choice, and I went along with it. For the third novel, which is called A Key to Lock Out Cougars, it's a book set on an island in Canada, and about the community who are trying to fight for pristine nature that they have against the inroads of commercialism. And the story is told partly through the eyes of a biographer who goes out from England to write a biography of the most celebrated person, a naturalist living on the island. But he's reluctant to go, and he doesn't really like being uncomfortable, and he's a very urban man. And on his first night there, he asks for a key to the little sort of cabin he's rented, very basic cabin, and the woman who's renting it to him says to him rather gruffly, "A key? What do you want a key for?" to lock out the cougars, and she laughs. And the implication is, there are things that you can't lock out there. And it's that sort of dislocation between his world, his urban world, and the world, the natural world that he is thrown into against his will, willy-nilly, partly against his will. Certainly, he gets more than he bargained for. Does he learn anything? You'd have to read the book to find out. The present book, Bye Bye Apartheid Road, that is, according to Colin McCann, a very fine writer who wrote the marvellous book about the same area, Israel and Palestine, called Abirojan. And in it, there's the description of this. I imagine it to be graffiti on scribbled on a wall in Palestine, perhaps by some young, cheeky Palestinian kids. And it's because a lot of the roads on the West Bank, there's a division and apartheid between where anyone can go and where the Palestinians must go, and through Israel, so that the Israelis have roads, sort of special fast roads, which they say for security reasons the Palestinians can't go on, and as the Palestinians have to make diversions, which are sometimes very circuitous and long, and where one of these diversions comes back and meets the main road, someone has scribbled, "Bye Bye Apartheid Road." So there's something I love about it, the sort of cheek and the optimism for the future.